So now let me start off by saying this. Most people do not quit field inspections because it's hard. They actually quit because it feels weird in ways that they didn't actually anticipate. It's not that it's stressful, because it may not be. It may not also be overwhelming at all, but it can be draining. And they can't really even understand why. What is actually going on? It's just that this job uses different parts of your energy than most people are used to using at all. So let me explain that to you. What drains people is not the actual inspection itself, it's the pace. Now this pace is not fast, because you guys already know you don't have to move at a fast pace. It's not slow either, it's just steady. You see, it requires the same type of thinking all the time, the same level of attention, the same kind of decision making every single day, over and over and over again. And there is no natural up and down whatsoever. There's no real variation of work, like some 9-to-5s are. Even if you're sitting at a desk all day long, let's say like customer service, almost every call can be different, but it's not like that with field inspections. And for some, it can cause some issues. So let me explain what's happening. What's happening is your brain is in the same gear all day. And a lot of people, or at least shall I say for a lot of people, that's new. And when you first start out, a lot of people are thinking that they want this. They actually want to do this job. And they are thinking that they're ready for this type of change. But are you? Even when you're not stressed, you are still alert all day. Because, let's talk about it. This job requires you to be alert all day. Not alert, a lot of mistakes. You're watching every single detail. You're making judgments all day long at every stop. You're double checking yourself over and over again. Yeah? And at least attempting to stay aware of all of those special instructions. Those ones which sometimes can be hidden, or shall I say, or placed in the file in a place where you forget to recheck when you go to a location. So even when it feels chill, this job feels like you're just chilling and relaxing and enjoying your day, you are still mentally present the entire time. If you understand what I'm saying, I hope so. That's different from jobs where you can just, chat, co-workers all day, chill out all day, zone out whenever you want to. Everything is not your responsibility, right? Or you are mentally disappeared from everything that you got just for a little bit at your workplace, because you don't have to just stay zoned in all the time. Well, this job doesn't really let you disappear. It's always you plus the work at all times. A lot of people don't realize how much structure other jobs give them. And when I say other jobs, I mean a 9-to-5. Their schedules, check-ins all the time, meetings all the time, feedback from your supervisors or your leads, depending on what type of job you're working, and deadlines that are someone else's problem. They're never yours, depending on the position that you have at these jobs. So now here's the difference. Field inspections gives you freedom, because a lot of people, that's what we come in here for. I know that's why I signed up. Field inspection gives you that freedom, but it comes with responsibility. Most definitely. You see, you manage your time, not like the other job where there's a schedule for you. You manage your time. You manage your own workflow, your own motivation, your own standards, and of course, let me make sure I say this, your own mistakes. And if you're not naturally self-directed, and you can't handle just doing things on your own, all of this can feel exhausting for you. Trust me, because everything is on your back. Nobody else's responsibility but yours. And no, it's not because this job is actually just hard, but because you're holding everything, once again, on your back yourself. Okay, so now let's talk about burning out in this. This job don't burn people out, in obvious ways at all. It can hit a little different. So let me explain. The reason why I'm explaining this is because I am this type of person. I have done this. I have experienced this. So I had to maneuver, create me a system so that I did not feel these ways and that I can start to enjoy what I'm doing every day. Okay? So the drainage will hit you in different ways. You'll start thinking stuff like, I don't feel like doing this today. I'm finna call and reschedule some of this stuff. Or you're like, I don't know why I'm so tired. Why do I feel so tired? I don't even work hard. Do you? Yes, you do. Or you're probably thinking something like, I used to be excited about this job, about this work, but now I'm just not. I ain't excited about this no more. But is that burnout? No, it's not really burnout. You're just mentally overloaded. It's your brain. If you're experiencing this, it's just your brain. It's saying something like, you need a different type of rhythm. There's really no such thing as that in field inspections because it's repetitive, steady motion every day. So let's be real now. Some people need different things that other people need. So I'm going to call it out, and I ain't trying to step on no toes, and it's okay if this is you, okay? But in order to do this job, you got to actually think this through. Some people need interactions with others all day, people that are close to them in their lives, or they don't feel complete. Some people need feedback, or they worry that their job may not be done correctly. They need someone to pat them on their back and say, good job, Sally. Good job, John. That energy exchange, they need it. Or just some sort of little chaos here or there in order to make their days complete. A little stimulation. Well, let me tell you now, field inspection is emotionally neutral. So that means there's no highs and there's no lows, and there's no real social input on anything. Unless you're doing inspections where you are making appointments, and those people pretty much become your friends day to day. But most of the time, it's just you and the work. And if you're someone who feeds off of people, you feed off of conversations with people that you love all day, or those coworkers that you're in love with all day. You need all of that external validation, that team energy. This job will feel flat. It's not really bad, just empty a little. That can be draining for certain personalities. So here's the part that nobody tells you, but I'm going to tell you, and I promise I'm not trying to step on no toes. If I do, please forgive me, because it's coming from the heart. Independence is a skill. It is. Not everybody is wired for that. Even people who think that they are, they still have to build skills. This is going to require you being alone with your own decisions, trusting your own judgments, and not needing reassurance from any outside sources whatsoever in order for you to feel okay with decisions that you've made. You need to not be able to spiral over small mistakes. If you are creating mistakes and things are happening, you need to be able to accept what is happening, not spiral out over it and just lose it. When it comes to this type of work or any type of entrepreneur work whatsoever, you have to be in control. And that's what you call emotional strength. And if you haven't built that muscle yet, this job will tire you faster than you think. And it's not because you're weak, but because you're training something new. And that's your independence. Okay, now this is the big one right here. People think, if I like this, I'll stay motivated. But this job doesn't run on motivation at all. It runs on systems. You don't wake up excited when it comes to this job, but you wake up consistent. And if you're waiting for inspiration, if you're waiting for some sort of passion, if you're waiting for some sort of excitement to come knocking and get you up and get you going every day, yeah, you'll definitely feel drained when it comes to this job, because these things do not show up here often at all. Motivation don't come knocking all the time. Inspiration is not there all the time. Feel good when I wake up is not there all the time. This is a quiet, disciplined job. So the question is, can you stay disciplined all by yourself when no one else is looking? Can you actually do that? Because if you can, you have no problems whatsoever. Okay, so now let's talk about the people who actually thrive in this. Those who hang around for years upon years, and how is this possible? And what are they doing? All right, so we're gonna discuss that. The people who last aren't the most ambitious most of the time. They are not the smartest, okay? And they are not the ones that get the most certifications known to man. But you know, it's a lot of people out here getting a whole bunch of certs and ain't doing no work. It's not those people. You know, people who thrive are the most regulated. They know how to show up, okay? Even when they don't want to. They pace themselves. They work without emotional charge every day. They show up even when they don't want to. That's who stays the longest, okay? They are able to actually separate themselves. And when we say separate, I'm talking about separate themselves, separating their identity from what the actual work is. And they do not overthink every detail. They treat it like a craft and not some sort of performance of an ordinary job. And that's the difference. They're relaxed, they stay calm, and they pace themselves. Okay, so now feeling drained does not mean that you're in the wrong lane. It does not. So please do not think that everybody is welcome to learn a skill in this field. It just simply means that you're learning how your energy works. Some people don't take the time to even recognize what's happening with themselves every single day when they start experiencing all of these unknown changes. And you know, it may be wise to learn to discover what's happening with your own self so that you don't feel like everything is the cause of your burnout or your exhaustions or any sort of thing that you have going on, when it could just simply be changes that you've made in your everyday life. Some people adjust, some don't. Both are fine. But the ones who stop fighting the rhythm of this job, they stop expecting the job to entertain them, and they let it be what it is, that's when it can actually get easy and stay easy. Okay, so now I'll be honest. This job taught me more about myself at first than it taught me about properties. That's for sure. It reminded me, first off, how good I am at handling my own responsibilities on my own. But it also showed me how much structure I need in order to stay committed to this, or what I'm really made of in order to be self-sufficient. When it comes to making money and being independent, most jobs do not give you that. And that's why people feel drained. They feel drained because they're meeting themselves every day. That new person that's growing, those new skills, okay? You get what I'm saying? And if you're realizing you need a better system, of course, to do this job, if you need some sort of structure, and if you need help managing your mental side of things, that's exactly why I created all of my digital resources over on dmichelle.com. No hype, you know, just letting you know, just practical tools to help you out. They are there for you if you need them. Also, if you need any mentorship at all, the link is also in the description. Field inspection drains people faster than they expect because it's not the kind of work that most people are trained for. It's quiet, it's independent, it's emotionally neutral, which most people cannot get behind. It's self-managed, which most people can't handle, and it is mentally steady. If that fits you, this job can be peaceful. If it doesn't, it can feel heavy real quick. Neither is a failure at all, so please don't think I'm saying that. It's just about knowing your own individual wiring and choosing work that respects it. And that's real work anyway, right? You guys know what to do. Like, subscribe, turn on the notification bell. I'll be bringing you back something later. Thank you so much for watching. Enjoy the rest of your day.